Unless you're a crazy person, you have insurance. You've insured your car, your home, maybe even your pet. But let me ask you this. What is more important than insuring your own life? No one likes to talk about it. No one likes to think about it. But what happens if you can't take care of yourself? Almost 70% of people turning 65 will need some form of long-term care. We have these tough conversations with our clients so that they understand the impact of doing something or sticking their head in the sand. So, first of all, let's talk about what long-term care is. Long-term care is being unable to perform 2 of 6 of the activities of daily living. That's called custodial care. So the 6 activities of daily living are transferring, toileting, bathing, eating, dressing or continence, or having dementia or Alzheimer's. A tax-qualified policy covers in-home care, adult daycare, meals on wheels, assisted living, and eventual nursing home if you need it, across the board. Now, I feel so strongly about this that this is one of the first certifications I got almost 20 years ago. Let me tell you, it is a much different conversation than it was 20 years ago. Most of us know someone who needs care or is in a nursing home, but the policies have evolved. Traditional policies used to be like car insurance. If you don't use it, nothing goes to anyone. The newer types of policies are hybrid policies called asset care, and they generally involve utilizing either an annuity or life insurance with a long-term care rider. This is good. That means that in the case of either an annuity or life insurance, these hybrid policies, if you don't use your benefit, then it's going to go to someone, to your beneficiaries, income tax free. Because remember, the older types of policies called traditional care, if you didn't use it, you lose it. Another thing to note is that some life insurance policies have features that allow you access to your death benefit early if you are chronically or terminally ill. That's pretty neat because you can actually use some of the death benefit before you die. Now, the hard part about long-term care planning is understanding that this is not about you. It's about the people you love. Once you're in retirement, this is one of the biggest expenses you might face, and later I'm going to cover some of the numbers. But for now, I'm going to break down some of the top objections that I get and explain why I think you're better off shifting some of the risk to an insurance company. Objection number 1. My kids will take care of me. Well, are they really going to take care of you? So putting that under the microscope, think about this, that when you may need this type of care, your kids are likely to be busy with their own kids and likely careers at that point. Not only that, but can they physically take care of you? Can they lift you? Now, maybe they can lift you, but are they going to be equipped to bathe you or take care of you, take you to the bathroom? Do you even want them doing that? See, this is not an easy conversation, but the more you think about it, you realize it's important. And knowing that, suddenly you're more open to having a conversation about long-term care and what that might look like for you. Okay, number 2. My health insurance or Medicaid will pay for it. I'm going to hit you with a truth bomb. Your health insurance will not pay for this type of care. Your health insurance only covers rehabilitative care, and they will pay for up to 100 days. After that, you're on your own. Long-term care is considered non-rehabilitative. Again, remember custodial care, being unable to perform 2 of the 6 activities of daily living or have a cognitive impairment. So think, normal aging things, but, it could happen at any age, but generally that's, how we think of it. Now, Medicaid only covers nursing care if you're impoverished. So you need to spend down all of your assets, and then at that point, Medicaid would step in. However, they're not going to let you choose where you go. So it's not like, I get to pick what type of care I want. They don't cover home care in most cases. And if you go into a nursing facility, they're going to find the nearest bed. So it could be, hours from your family. Do you want to be put in that position? Oh, and also, by the way, there is a 5-year look-back period for gifting your money or, trying to get rid of it so that you can qualify. Again, The government's pretty smart. They look back as far as 5 years, and they will know if you are trying to give away your money in order to qualify for Medicaid. So again, having a conversation about long-term care planning is starting to make a little more sense. Number 3. It won't happen to me. And if it does, I give my wife permission to take me out back and shoot me. Now you're probably laughing, but I hear this all the time. If you're thinking that, I will respect it, but not without making sure you understand all the facts. As long as you know that that's not a real rational plan, then, we'll move on. But I am an advocate for folks to at least understand the impact, and then I'll leave you alone if that's what you decide. Number 4. I will self-fund and use my assets to pay. Well, you might be Mr. Moneybags, and that's okay, but the average costs in Michigan range from $5,000 to $12,000 a month. And I don't know about you, but that's kind of a lot of money, especially if you're not working and now retired and can't bring more money in. Now, those costs are based on the level of care you need, and we can get more into detail. So the range, again, and it varies from state to state. I'm going to let you in on a little secret and give you some free advice. There is a website called Care Scout where you can go to determine what the average costs are in your state. And if you Google cost of care, Care Scout, that will come up. This is actually something that we walk through with our clients. It's important that you understand the numbers so that you can understand the risk. For example, the average need for care for a male is just over 2 years, and for a female is just under 4 years. That means on an average basis, the likelihood of you needing some form of care, again, in-home care, adult daycare, meals on wheels, assisted living, nursing care, is 2 to 4 years. That means in today's dollars, that can easily range from $200,000 to $400,000 of your retirement dollars. But let's look at what that could mean in 20 to 25 years when you're more likely to use this policy when we look at inflation. Healthcare costs are going up rapidly, and it's likely that the average cost will be in the range of $400,000 to $800,000 20 to 25 years from now. That's how much you'll need of a pool of money for an average need for care. Do you really want to set aside that amount of money not to touch just in case? That's your plan? Look, I have had over 20 years of experience, and I have never had someone come back to me and say that they wish that they had not taken out their policy. I have heard many grumblings about paying the premiums. I get it. That's my time money. That's my travel money. I feel the same way. Like my clients that have it, I feel good knowing that my husband and I are covered in the event we should need care and that we won't have to dip into our savings or burden our family. Now, when you put it in perspective, the premiums you pay are actually pretty minimal compared to the benefit pool that you'll receive. It's all about leveraging money up. I feel strongly that my clients have a conversation about long-term care so that they can understand the risks and make an informed decision to address it. It surprises people, but there are multiple ways to design a long-term care policy. There's the benefit amount, the benefit period, there's inflation, different ways to pay. So we help you to take a look at all of those areas. As an example, you can choose to pay with a lump sum, 5, 10, 20-year or lifetime pay, which means you continue to pay a premium for as long as you're alive. We also discuss the pros and cons of these options with our clients. It's not one size fits all and can be tailored to any size budget. It's really about leveraging money up in the event you need care. The goal is to take pressure off of your assets. You have those for a reason. You've built them up. So you don't want to have to take a large chunk out of that. So you decide what you want to protect and think of the premium as sending dollars to the future. You're protecting the nest egg that you've built so that you can spend and enjoy more. That's a good life. That's a life well lived. You should consider it. A few more noteworthy things to consider. Most states participate in a long-term care partnership program in which they partner with private insurance companies. This is to encourage individuals to plan for long-term care and pay for it on their own so they're not relying on Medicaid. It is essentially asset disregard, allowing policyholders to keep more assets if they need to qualify for Medicaid. The amount of assets you don't have to spend down to qualify for Medicaid is equal to the amount of benefits your policy has paid out. There are some tax benefits regarding policies. You may not know this, but long-term care benefits are paid out income tax-free. Depending on your age and if you itemize medical expenses, you may even be able to deduct some of the premiums. I suggest checking with your tax professional. Also, if you're a business owner, there may be some ways to deduct some or all of the premium depending on how your business is structured. If you meet with me, I will share what my husband and I have done to offset this risk. That's right, I practice what I preach and recommend the same things to my family and friends. Like you, I hope I never need care and pass away peacefully in my sleep one day, but I know that's not realistic. I have to be realistic and make smart planning decisions for me and my spouse. You also have to be realistic. The biggest takeaway is understanding that these newer type of policies called asset care provide a benefit that will be paid out either to you or to a beneficiary income tax free. So I really don't understand why you wouldn't consider it unless maybe you can't qualify or you don't understand it. But I just walked through some of it, and I'm happy to sit down with you and walk through even more on a one-on-one basis. So I think the biggest takeaway is that these newer types of policies called asset care, either you're going to receive a benefit or your beneficiary will receive a benefit income tax free. So from my perspective, I can't understand why someone would not consider this when it's not one size fits all. It can be designed to fit any budget, and you're doing yourself a disservice by not looking at your options with a professional. And maybe more importantly, this really affects your family, your kids, and so you need to take this seriously. I love what I do, and I want to help as many people as possible. So for those reasons, I highly suggest that you have a robust conversation. If you want to hear more things like these, please subscribe to my channel. And remember, peace of mind is built on purpose.
We want to help be your guide along the way about how to, access your money and the best places to get it with the ups and downs. And we want to help you to take advantage of those different market cycles. So if that's what you're looking for, please reach out to us.